Hey, you guys, welcome back to the channel. I've got an interesting one here. It's from Historic London, which typically puts out fantastic videos. I don't think I've seen a bad video from them. But it's hard to believe that what I'm looking at on this video screen is a sewer. A sewer. This looks more like a cathedral than a sewer to me. But it is Crossness Pumping Station, London's Victorian sewage station. Look at this, y'all. Do y'all know how spoiled you are when you have stuff like this around? This is where your sewage is. All right. So I will link this video in the description along with links to Patreon, how you can support the channel on YouTube here, how you can support the channel by using Buy Me a Coffee. All that jazz. But let's just go ahead and get into this because it's beautiful and I want to see it.
It feels as though the building's alive.
It's equivalent to walking into a cathedral or any great building.
We're standing now in the engine house of Crossness Pumping Station, and the pumping station was part of the first sewer system ever built for London.
In the 1700s, 1800s, a rapidly growing city, population of London in 1800 about 1 million just over, and by 1900 a population of 6 million.
Wow.
An added problem was caused by the invention of the flushing water closet. The problem was there was nowhere for the waste to go. The addition of the water closet and flushing an extra 2 gallons of water into the system every time.
I know some of you guys do. I know you know who Matthew Barry is, but I always think when it just crossed my mind. I think about everything as in what we do in the shadows, usually in his voice. But like towards the end of the show where Nigel wanted to go to London and he was like adamantly against I would never ever go back, and it all was because of the sewage that he said was on the streets from hundreds of thousands years ago.
It was used, caused the tributaries of the Thames to overflow. The Thames itself effectively becomes an open sewer. In addition, you've got cholera appearing in this country in 1831-32. And then in 1858, the year of the Great Stink, the Thames was making its presence
The
known
year of
to
the
the
Great
members of House
Stink.
of Commons. They were forced into doing something and rushed through a bill in about 18 days to build a sewer system based on Joseph Bazalgette's design, which he'd been working on for a couple of years. And Crossness is opened in 1865, a massive piece of civil engineering, and immediately had an impact on London in terms of the eradication of cholera.
Fast that they got that done. That's crazy.
Bazalgette constructed over 1,000 miles of street sewers. Those street sewers fed into intercepting sewers. Huge great underground pipes from the west to the east. The sewage flowed by gravity. So all that sewage arrives
Smart
here at
dude.
Crossness, deep underground. It is 12 miles downstream from London Bridge. So our 4 mighty beam engines here lift the sewage from that low level and push it into an enormous great reservoir behind our site. Twice a day, in the outgoing ebbing tide, the sewage was released on that tidal river, away from the high population of London, and in so doing, saved countless
Yeah,
lives.
it changed their lives dramatically. And it's still in use. Look how beautiful that is. And for what it's for. Like, that's just crazy.
To touch this and to know that Victorians actually laid their hands on this, you make a connection with them. It's almost like the engines are talking to you.
Now, this place to me is just somewhere that gives you total satisfaction. You come
Look
here,
at
you know you've
them.
achieved something. I'm learning new skills all the while. Just keeps you fully occupied and gives you something to look forward to. Yeah, we've got 4 engines: Victoria, Prince Consort, Alexandra and Albert Edward. The 2 that we are working on is Victoria and Prince Consort, and the other 2 we are just going to leave as they are in their rusty condition.
We're all team, all different teams here. We work as teams, and it wouldn't operate if it wasn't for teamwork.
I'm primarily team Victoria, right? And so we're responsible for renovating Victoria to bring it back to its working glory. It's healthy competition. We feel that Prince Consort has been taking all the load. So I think once Victoria comes online, she'll be able to help him.
So there's 4 of them, and one's really kind of been doing the heavy lifting, and they're restoring Victoria, it sounds like, and they're going to leave 2 alone. So even with the huge population increase, they've went from needing 4 to relying on 1 to restoring another one. I wonder, like, that's confusing to me. I wonder how that has worked. I mean, do you know what do you know what I mean? You know what I mean? How is that?
Out. To actually get one of these up and running would take 20 years. So far, 15 years.
And they did it
to
how
put into
quickly
Victoria.
back then?
That's including things like taking the pistons apart. We needle gun them, taking off
Didn't they
layers of
say they
rust,
did it like so
undercoating,
quickly when they did it
applying
initially?
a number of layers of paint.
Sorry.
And then eventually
I know y'all get annoyed with me for talking. I'm going to go back. But didn't they like say like it got done super fast initially, but now it takes 20 years to restore one? Wow.
number of layers of paint, and then eventually we'll reassemble them. But I would say we've got another 5 or 6 years. Every day I come in, I can see the little progress that we make, and that's very exciting for me.
Last leg. You're at the tail end of it, I guess.
It's intriguing that there's so much decoration around the building. It was isolated, it wasn't very close to the population in this area. No reason for people to come here. And it goes back to this concept of Victorian pride in what they did. It wasn't enough to build a utilitarian building to pump sewage. It had to look good as well.
And it does.
Decorations on these pillars do have a meaning. They are figs, and the little red dots are cenopods. And this is Victorian education and probably humour, because what are they? Laxatives.
There is actually a little carving at the top of one of the windows there, and it is the portrait of Joseph Bazalgette.
It's called the Cathedral on the Marsh, for good reason, I think.
You would never think that the inside of that place would look like that.
Down below. They're going to pour in their sewage. It's flowing now through those clear pipes, the street sewers, into the huge white intercepting sewers.
You know what I love about you guys? I've noticed, but there's this video in a lot of these history videos, and even like going back into the trains and the tunnels and stuff under London, under the UK. You guys use it and turn it into learning tools, and it's always like aimed towards like youth and kids, and like getting them to have fun while they're also learning something. You just don't have that here. Like there is such like a anti-education, anti-learning agenda here, and people are so against public schools and doing it, like anything that you would put preservation into. There's just so many people that are just like, I don't want to put my money into that. I don't have kids. So I mean, it's just like there's no like common good. And I just appreciate that you guys do that. And there's not questioning it. It's just like, yeah, duh, this is what you do. And I, oh, you guys don't take for granted that, that spirit, because like when you have people opposing things that should be common sense, it is so deflating. And just like to have to explain to somebody that you should care about future generations, like it shouldn't have to be explained. Like, it's, you know what I mean? I just appreciate it.
Lifting that sewage from deep down below. What's happening down this end?
The Trust run an education programme for little ones right up to elders, but very much at the core is hands-on learning.
Yeah, I learned more about like the water systems and the sewage. It's really interesting. I think it's really cool. I really like the decorations.
I mean, taking something like that that's not, it's not interesting. And most kids would be like, but like you make it fun and hands-on.
Crossness was a workplace, but it was also a home. It was very remote then. The workers had to live here. There were 31 homes here, people lived here, they had their own allotments. There was a men's and a women's cricket team. They played cricket on the grassed area on top of the reservoir, and they went to school here as well.
That's awesome.
The stories of people would tell me my great-grandparents, they met here. That they were both living at Crossness and they met here and they got married and their children were born here. So just the whole personal aspect really brings it to life and reminds you that it wasn't just a workplace.
That's incredible.
This is the museum store where we keep the artefacts when they're not on display upstairs in the boiler house. We had an archaeological dig on site. They found some items which the workers were using. For example, these leather measuring tapes, oil cans, and even a pair of leather boots that belonged to one of the workers.
That's amazing. That's super cool.
There were points during 2021 when the amount of money we had available was so low that we were contemplating closing the trust down. So the Cultural Recovery Fund has been very important to us in terms of allowing us to keep going, basically.
You can read about heritage, but until you actually become part of it, it's difficult to actually understand. I am part of something, and there's no feeling greater than that.
Love these videos, y'all. The pride in what they do and what they are doing is meaningful. Oh, I love it. I really wish there was more of that here, and just understanding that you should leave things better than they started when you got there, you know? It should be common sense, and at least over here we're lacking common sense, and it's just getting worse. But I loved that video. I thought it was great. I hope you guys enjoyed it half as much as I did. If you did, hit the like button, hit subscribe, share, leave a comment, let me know your thoughts, and thanks for watching with me, guys.